What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back out of the game, coming at you with another Soul Strike video. And in today's video, we're going to be starting off with a confession to make, which is after 3 months of playing Soul Strike, I have made a lot of newbie mistakes. So in today's video, we're going to give you guys over 10 different common mistakes that most new players make when it comes to Soul Strike here to make sure you guys don't do what I did and follow in my footsteps. So again, family, if you guys are excited about this educational content, you're looking to see more content like this down the road, you all know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. Now, some of the stuff I'm going to do a little bit of explaining, but some of the stuff I'm going to refer to our Ultimate Beginner's Guide that we have over here. So I'll leave a link on the top right if you guys haven't seen it. That's my collaboration, my ongoing collaboration with Epic Butter. So definitely check it out, as well as check out his YouTube channel, as he has some high-end gaming stuff as there as well. I'll leave a link in the description down below for that as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing that we're going to be talking about is, of course, gear. The gear is going to be where you're going to find in your inventory. And gear, for the most part, as you're coming up as a new player here, you're just going to kind of, collect, equip it and just kind of go with the flow. But one of the biggest things that people forget to understand is the true value of what the equipment can do, what kind of stats to look for, which ones to keep, which ones to hold, which ones that could be more variable. Because as you might have guessed, there's going to be some that you're going to use just for overall farming. There's going to be some that you're going to be able to use for like boss battles. So keep it, getting an idea of what all the gears do, what stats they provide, which ones to look for is going to be a very, very important. Do not click the auto equip. Don't do this. That will not give you the optimal results. Everybody's going to be a little bit different because everybody has different equipment. So keep that in mind as you do it. And again, if I could go and spend 30 minutes out there talking about all the things you need to do with the gear, but I'm going to save you the time and just leave a link on the top right there. Check it out, the playlist for the Ultimate Beginner's Ties first episode gear guide. That will tell you everything you need to know, okay? So, second tip that we got for you is going to be just leveling all the stuff that you got going on here when it comes to enchantments, when it comes to your skills, when it comes to your allies. All of these are going to be very, very important. Now, why is that? Because as you guys see right here, when it comes to the allies, not only do they have some kind of effect that they do, and it gets better over time as you level them up, but they also have this unique effect, okay? The common mistake that most players make is that after they learn about which specific stats are going to be good, whether it's allies damage, attack, final damage, skill damage, whatever the case may be, they forget that this unique effect is something that gets applied to your overall stats, regardless if you're utilizing this in one of your 4 slots here. So it is extremely important to level these all up when you get it. Of course, coming into the game, you're going to work on, your main 3 characters that you, set up over time. But, as you start to get more resources and have the opportunity to level stuff up, you definitely want to come back here and get everybody out. Not only that, you're going to be able to complete some quests to give you more rewards as well. So keep that in mind. And that doesn't apply just for allies. That's going to apply for your skills. That's going to apply for your relics. That's going to apply for your pets. Okay, so all that is going to be important to level up. So make sure you guys are doing the right thing there, okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is a huge mistake that I made just not even a week ago here. I think it's around Conquer stage like 500, or maybe it was 600. You get the opportunity to open up the Constellation. The Constellation, again, guys, is something that's going to provide you some more stats over time. And basically, as you get yourself some of this resources here, that legendary Stardust, you're going to be able to use that to do a star call and essentially have a little RNG and upgrade one of these ones. Regardless of what it is, you're gonna look at the quality of it, but you're gonna look at what it is, right? Yes, you could have yourself a legendary, but silver gain 17.5%. Obviously, it's not gonna be. I'm keeping it there because I didn't have a lot of resources, but my goal is to get myself some more offensive stats. I'm looking for the attack. I'm looking for the HP. I'm looking for the defense. Okay, I'm looking for allies damage, skill damage, whatever the case may be. I'm looking for all that goodness. And I'm rolling them out until I get it done. Keep in mind, though, you only have a certain amount of ones you could do per stage. And then over time, you'll be able to open this up as you upgrade a couple of things in the shelter. So the big thing of it is that if you decide to reset this one, the biggest mistake that I made was that I did not get the resources back. This 9100, if I were to bleed this out right now, the Stardust, I could reset my Constellation, but I'm not going to get those resources back. That was a huge mistake that I made, and I lost a lot of resources. So make sure that you guys are not doing that. Next big common mistake is going to be the transformation building material. So this is one of the things that makes me cringe to no end, because once you get again, at a certain stage of the game, the shelter is going to be available to you. And the shelter, you'll realize this is like the main area when it comes to just overall mid to late game upgrades in order to improve your characters and whatnot here. And in addition to that, in order for you to get to that point, you're going to need to basically upgrade a wide variety of buildings here. You're going to build them from scratch and then level them up, and you're going to need resources here to get that done. As you guys can see right now, we need a couple of things: enchanted timber. We need some of these rocks here, silver ore, and we need some of these overpowered core. Now again, we can go over here to the alchemy table and get that done. But one of the things that you realize is that some of this stuff doesn't come, just naturally. You have to come on over to transformation and upgrade things as you need them. But the thing of it is that you don't want to do that super, super quick, because these resources here that are in green, you're going to need a lot of that stuff. And so just don't do it super early in the game. You'd be surprised as to how many resources you're going to be able to collect in the game to be able to do it. And let me go ahead and take a look if I got it in my inventory right now. I think I had well over 3,000 of these bags over here in the miscellaneous, if I can find them. Let's see if they're hiding right here. So this one right here, field material pouch. This is going to be free resources that you're going to be able to get over time. And I think I had, like I said, I've had upwards of like 3,000 to 4,000 of these. All of these you're gonna be able to utilize this down the road. So keep that in mind. If you're like, oh, I'm trying to level something up and I don't have the resources, go to your general, go to the miscellaneous, open up your field material pouches, and if you need something upgraded and it's super pertinent to it, sure, you can do it, but don't just transform everything. Use what you need for the most part here, because everything that you have, especially the lower grade stuff, you're going to need it. Next common mistake that I was making back in the day was the pets. Okay, we got the recent introduction of pets a couple of weeks ago, and as you guys might have guessed, not only we're gonna have ourselves a main pet that we could use, but we're also gonna have some pets that we could throw in a sub slot here. Some of the ones that we have equipped, we're gonna be able to take advantage of whatever equipping effect that we do. So keep that in mind, because sometimes you might put the pet in the wrong spot. You might think that you're getting like a double water boost, when ultimately you're only getting the equipping effect, not the actual beneficial like skill per se of this one here. So keep that in mind. The good thing is down the road you'll be able to utilize, I believe, two active pets in addition to your sub pets as well. So again, though, still important for you to the ones that you use, level them up. Look for the ones that are going to be important to your lineup, your skill set, your loadout, because ultimately at the end of the day, the pets are there to improve the way how you clear the stages. And so if you're not taking full advantage of all the stats and all the elemental bonuses that they provide for you, you're going to be losing out on a lot of value, okay? Speaking of loadouts, another common mistake that most players make coming into this game is going to be making sure that they have the right loadout. So again, as you guys know, when you go to the upgrade tab, you got a few things that you can do. The training, just to get some overall raw stats here. The awakening, to provide some more additional stats. And as well, the ability, which is going to be the final thing that opens up, basically giving you various loadouts here to kind of focus on what you're doing here. Whether it's to farm specific items while you're just kind of farming on the side, or maybe it's to get yourself some additional damage, crit rate, all element boost, whatever the case may be. There are, there's a couple of loadouts you could use, but ultimately you want to make sure that you're on the right one for the right thing. So if you're sitting here, progressing through the game and pushing, sure, you're going to use your damn actual one. But if you're in this situation to where you're just farming for items, maybe you're doing a little bit of farming overnight or something like that, then setting it up and going on over here to level up and get your item drop rates up here, it's going to be important. This goes in line with not just and this is just and this goes in line not just with the actual ability, but also your gear. Specific gear that you'll be able to obtain will also have various substats you're going to be looking for, right? The item drop gain, the item drop rates, silver gain, XP gain, all that stuff is going to be paramount if you are specifically doing something like that. So keep that in mind. Make sure that if you're farming specifically to progress, or if you're farming, make sure that you have the right loadout so you can go ahead and get the job done here. Now, another thing that's going to be cool when it comes to this game is going to be the Soul Sphere. Again, the Soul Sphere is another cool feature where they provide you basically some free gear as you just progress and level up through the content, right? Every single time you get a full orb, you're going to be able to come and check, collect 1 of 3. But one of the things that people make a mistake of is that when you first come into the game, basically the level of gear that you can obtain is more or less kind of where you're at when it comes to the game, right? So it's not going to be until farther down the road when you're into the mid to late stages of the game, where you're going to be able to be offered level 100 gear, which is the cap on the level. So when you get these resources down here to re-roll the gear or to upgrade the gear with the star powers, you want to make sure that you are saving your rerolls and your star powers for when you get up to level 100, because ultimately all this stuff is going to be upgraded, so you don't want to waste anything here. And something like this, yeah, I'll go ahead and, legendary stuff, I'll go ahead and level it up, see if we get lucky. And regardless of what it is, I'll go ahead and keep it so that we can go ahead and save it for the time being. So, but yeah, guys, want to make sure that you are basically following these rules, because again, these are some of the biggest common mistakes that most players make. But to be honest with you, every single mistake that I made was basically right off the list here. So I want to give once again a shout out to Epic Butter and everybody here in the Soul Strike Discord that's been assisting me and helping me get better. Greatly appreciate your time. I'm looking forward to playing this game and pushing the content so I can show you guys some of the later things. But again, we all start somewhere, and this is where we're at. So now, again, learn from our mistakes, fam. Don't do the same things that I did, and get yourself started on the right track, okay? That's going to be it, fam, for my common mistakes. However, there's a lot of things out there that people generally make when it comes to new mistakes. I need you to do me a favor, show your support, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know some of the common mistakes that I missed, one of the ones that may help out some of the players out there. Let's work together as a community to progress equally here, okay? That's going to be it, fam. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish Plays. Check it out. Take care, and we'll see you all in the next one. We're out.